I got the original Franklin Covey daily inserts. Let's open them together. For the past few weeks, I've been setting up this Moterm Personal Rings planner, and even though it's designed to hold personal size inserts, it also fits Franklin Covey compact inserts, which are 4.25 inches wide. And I've been watching videos from My Maxi Dreams from Noelia, who uses this same setup. She has a personal cover that holds Franklin Covey inserts, and she uses actual Franklin Covey inserts, not just size-wise, but the inserts that come from Franklin Covey company themselves. So Franklin Covey are known for the planner system that was originally, I believe, invented by Benjamin Franklin and then improved by Covey, and they have them in several sizes. Classic, which I believe is a half letter, compact, which is this one, 4.25 by 6.75, and I believe they even have a pocket one, and they have a weekly ones and daily ones, and there is a whole planner system that they follow. It's the system that helps you prioritize your goals based on your values, then break them down in weekly and daily tasks, so then you can actually follow them up while doing what's really important to you. And so I was really intrigued by the system itself. I did get a bunch of different Franklin Covey compact size inserts for this planner, but I was really intrigued by the inserts from the company themselves, so I went ahead and got them. So this particular one is a daily one, and it's a day on 2 pages. I believe they have day on 1 page. They also have week on 2 pages. I got the day on 2 pages, where on one side it has place for tasks and calendar and things like that, and on this side they have a place for notes. So we're gonna open them and check them out. But because this is a year's worth of daily inserts on 2 pages, look how chunky this thing is. When I got them, I'm just like in a glee how thick this is. I know I'm not gonna put this whole thing in the planner. It is not meant to be put in the planner altogether. I believe the system recommends that you have 3 months worth of inserts in your planner at a time, previous month, current month, and a future month. But I thought it was so cute how chunky this is. Comes already pre-designed, pre-cut, pre-punched, and all of that. And it also comes with monthly tabs and the daily inserts themselves. So let's open it up. Alright, so as I mentioned, this is year's worth of individual daily inserts, and there are also monthly ones that come with it. So you basically have all 12 months for the year in monthlies, and then same thing for the dailies. And from the videos I watched from Franklin Covey company themselves and other YouTubers, you can put monthlies either in the front and then dailies after, or you can intersperse them. I think I'm probably gonna keep monthlies in the front and then dailies in the back. We'll see. But I think it's totally cute how small and compact this is and how chunky it is at the same time. So this particular one is in design called Carrara. So they have several ones. They have ones, your classic one, which is like a mint green and the whole page is light mint green. They have one with dark blue borders. They have ones with flowers, seasons. They also have one, I think, called Her Point of View. So they have several different designs, and they're all classic designs that have been around for a while. I ended up getting Carrara because Carrara is the most neutral one of all of them. This color scheme is representation of the whole design. It is literally white with gray marble detail here on the inside, and the rest of the pages is white, and then your tabs are here that are also in light gray with white lettering. Really dainty. I like how shallow these tabs are, so I know that they will not be sticking out of this planner for sure. And as I mentioned, it's already pre-punched, so let's look through all of them. So this was just a cover, obviously doesn't have any holes. This is just to keep the front page, first page, protected. And this first one is pretty thick. So this one is, basically your front page, your front dashboard, if you may, of your planner, and it has space for your name, home address, phone number, so basically in case of if it's lost. And it has a Franklin Covey logo here. This is compass. I think they're famous for the whole compass concept for their planner. And then there is a quote here from Benjamin Franklin. This is more like an old English, but basically says, do you love life? Then do not squander time, because that's what life is made of. This is not verbatim. This is just basically what the quote means. And on here you have a full year calendar, So this is 2024, the year we're in, and then 2025. And as you can see, that gray like a marble detail continues here. Now here is your Franklin Planner guide. And as you can see, all of these are designed with holes. So if you decide to keep the guide to the planner inside the planner itself, you can. Or you can get familiar and then keep it separate outside of your planner. So basically it says this is your planner quick start guide for quick steps to daily planning, prioritizing process, and then the productivity pyramid that they're known for. And as I mentioned, there are so many videos on Franklin Covey system out there. There are videos from Franklin Covey company themselves on YouTube. You can go to their website as well, and they have a free course on there. I am actually taking it right now. It's a very step-by-step, really nicely broken down, and has some interesting concepts that really blew my mind, really made me stop and think. So I highly recommend if you have some time. And looks like here the monthlies begin. So this is January, and this is January index. So I would suspect there are 31 lines here, or at least 31 lines here. And this is for you to index against your daily pages. I've seen mostly mentioned that if you have a specific event on some day, you would put the date here and write basically a short description of what that event was. But I'm thinking since it has enough lines, you can probably write a line for every day of what like major highlight was, that if you want. But mainly the purpose of this is if you know that within the month there were like 2-3 major events like a doctor's appointment or surgery or some kind of important visit, that you would mark it. So then if you want to go back and find it, it will be really easy for you to find because you will know what day it happened on. And looks like there are 3 calendars here for month prior, current month, and future month. And that kind of goes along with their whole philosophy of keeping 3 months in your planner, previous, current, and future. So then you can kind of like refer to previous month, then obviously work in the current month, and then plan forward in the future month. And on this side, so this is a month on 2 pages. I really like that it has lines. So each month, this is your like standard-ish calendar, right? I mean, monthly pages don't vary that much from company to company, but I like that these are not empty and they have lines here. I want to say it maybe like 3 to 4 millimeters between them. And then this way you can, I like that because I tend to skew downwards when I write. So I like when pages have structure on them. And looks like the holidays provided here and also the moon. So it says here, the quarter of the moon, first quarter of the moon, new moon, full moon. So that's really cool. And then column for the notes. Let's flip that over. All right, so here on this side of the monthly is the monthly's master task list. So this is another thing that's part of the Franklin Covey system, is that you write out your master list for the month. There is a column for personal and for business. This is basically like you're running to do if you want to think about it that way. And then as the month goes by, you move these to the weeklies or to the dailies, so then you can complete them and then you check them off here. And then if you are unable to perform them, then you put arrow to move them to the following week or month or whatever. And then if you delegate them, I believe it's an empty circle, and then when that delegation is done, then you check it out. So they have a system of the check marks. I believe they are on a daily pages. I'll show you in a bit. So this is master task list. And then on here, the February begins, same thing. So you have your index, you have your month on 2 pages, and then you have your master task list for February, and on it goes. So these are monthlies, so as you can imagine they are all the same. Let me flip them. All right, got it. Okay, so let me even them out here, since there's all separate pages and I don't want to get them too messed up. All right, so here's the December of 2024 ends, and then your dailies begin. So your dailies are on 2 pages, as I mentioned, and they're all like that until the end of this stack. So on this page, you have kind of like your organizing side, and here you have your notes side. And then there are quotes on the top. So let's review this one, because this one is like the main part of this whole system. So you have your date, you have day of the week, Monday, and then you have month and the year. You have the calendar for that month. and then you have your ABC prioritized daily task list. So those tasks that were on a monthly one, then you start transferring them here. And then of course throughout the day you can have tasks coming up or tasks that you brought from the previous day. So you write them out here and then you prioritize them based on ABC 1 to 3 methodology. And I believe A is like of most importance, like crucial, and then B is important, and then C is like, you know, kind of like, okay, it's somewhat important. And then if there are more than one A, B, or C, then you do 1 to 3 depending on the order you're going to do them in. And then here you have the front column, and that's where you're going to put your special symbols. I know they're very small here, but basically check mark is for completed, arrow forward is for forwarded, X for deleted, and then a circle for delegated, and then a check mark for when delegated is complete, and then dot is in progress. And then so this is for your basically tasks for one single day. And again, as you perform them or you close them or as you complete them, then you check them off or you forward them on. And then you have daily tracker here. So this is just lines, so it's not like a tracker that you're used to with the check marks, but this one can be used for anything. I've seen it's done for, you can write like for the mail that you're waiting on, or what your weight in if you weighed yourself, or how many steps you walked, or how many glasses of water you drank, just any, or like how much money you spend. If you're tracking your expenses on a daily, you can say, you know, you bought dinner for $25, or you got a book in Barnes & Noble for $12 or something like that. And then you can transfer that on your budgeting sheets if you have those. I believe Franklin Covey also have budgeting inserts. There are a variety of them. I don't know of all of them. I just started looking into this system, so you can definitely feel free to check out Franklin Covey website and see all other inserts that they have. And then you have your appointment schedule. So this is actual calendar. So this one runs from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. This is actually pretty cool because I've seen that the classic Franklin Covey at least used to have only 8 to 8. You had a little bit of a blank here, a little bit of blank here, and then you could renumber it if you really want to. Looks like in Carrara, and I don't know if it's Carrara or all of their planners in the newer over recent years are like that, but this one is definitely have a longer day. So then if your day starts earlier or later, or if you have tasks you do before work and after work, then you have a longer timeline here. I believe what they used to do before is, as you can see, each day has 2 lines, kind of like before lunch, after lunch kind of deal, or before noon, afternoon. They used to have them in 4 different slots, I think, or maybe in 3 when it's like morning, midday, and then evening or something like that. But now it looks like they did all the days exactly same width rather than focusing on it during, you know, during the day only. And now because they're all same width, they use that extra space to make the days itself longer. So that's your daily page. This is like the heart of the daily planning that they have. Franklin Covey, this is just a part of it. They have actual goal setting exercise that you need to do, and then you break it down weekly and daily. This is just daily. I don't have the weeklies here, and I don't have the goal setting piece here. The goal setting piece actually comes in their starter pack. I did order that one. I haven't received it yet, so I'll share it with you when I do get it. And when you go through goal setting, you kind of write out your priorities, your goals, your values, and you set your goals based on your values, and then you're breaking down in doable pieces, and those doable pieces you do them throughout the day in your dailies, and you record them there. And in the weekly ones, you know how weekly look like the vertical, or there are also horizontal ones, so your usual weekly kind of planners. I didn't get it from them. I do have weeklies from other makers, so I don't need to buy it from Franklin Covey. If I really want to implement the full system with a goal / weekly / daily planning, I can use those weeklies that I already have. And then on the right side is your notes page. So notes page has an inspirational quote on the top. Same thing, it has the date and the month and the day of the week on here. And then it has the column here, and then daily notes, and then it tells you what day of the year it is, how many days left, and what week number it is. It's very tiny, so I'm sorry if you cannot see it. So the way daily notes page work in this system is, as you use your planner throughout the day, you might be writing down notes, be it conversation with a doctor, be it a work meeting where you're jotting things down. Then for that specific note, you write a number, right? You might have several notes throughout the day, so you will write 1, and then, you know, doctor, conversation with the doctor, this and this and that. and then you will write note 2, blah, 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 3. And then in that monthly index I was showing you, when you want to refer to that, you can put in that month, saying like 1 in parentheses for that day. So it will tell you like, oh, the doctor appointment conversation was this, in parentheses 1, and you can refer to that day, to that specific note. I believe also the way these notes are used is when you want to refer to it, not just in the monthly index, but if you want to refer to them in another note later on. So for example, if it's some kind of conversation that has several tasks in it that will be performed over the length of time, you can then refer to those tasks in a later notes to this particular note, saying please look, please see note 1 on January 1st or something like that. So it's kind of like the interlinking between your pages, so then you don't lose track of where the task originated from or where the step in the process originated from. So that's basically how these note pages work. And then when you flip it, then you have your January 2nd and so on and so forth. So all of the pages are like this for every day of the year until the end of the year. And on the back here, there are some additional ones. Let me see. Let me flip them ever so carefully so I don't lose the stack here, because there are some additional pages that are given to you from what I've seen. Let's see what they are in here. So here we're on December 31st of 2024. And then over here, what do we have? December 2024 business expenses. Okay, so if this is December, then I wonder if end of each month has that same page on it. Let me see real quick. Let me go to end of November. Hold on. Okay, December 1st. All right, so here's December index. Oh, okay. Hold on. It looks like I missed a bunch of things. Got too excited over here. So since I'm already on end of November, let's just use that. So it looks like when the month ends, then you have business expenses for that month. Makes sense because Franklin Covey, I think, was mainly used for business people to manage their business day, but also their personal life. It's not just for business. I know it says business, but you can track whatever you want, I imagine. So there are just blank notes here. And then you have December index. It's probably depending on how the days fall, how the days land. And then if we go at the end of December, then we have business expenses for December, but I don't see any note pages here. So it's probably depending on how many days the month has and how they land. All right, I mean, I might be making a huge assumption, but that's so far what I'm seeing here. Then this page is holidays and observances. That's very useful and looks like goes all the way through 2029. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years worth of holidays here. So you can just have this page moving from calendar to calendar. Yeah, and here they continue. Then you have another page of notes. And then looks like we're going into monthlies for the year after, because this is now January 2025. Again, here's April and May. All right, so they give you monthlies, a whole year's worth of monthlies for the year after. That's really neat. So then you can future plan, especially events that go, like way in advance, month-wise. Because you can be, in March now of 2024, but planning a wedding for 2025. So you can jot down things in the calendar of that future year. So that's really cool. And then here's more future planning, and looks like it's individual years past that. So this is 2026 future planning, and versus here you have month on 2 pages. Here looks like it's a year on 1 page. So this is like super high level future planning, 27, 28, and 29. Yeah, so I saw the holidays for 6 years worth. So same thing with the future planning. And then looks like this is just thicker paper to kind of like hug that stack on the other side. So this is basically what these consist of. As I mentioned, Franklin Covey has way more inserts and other things that basically make up this whole system. This is just monthlies and dailies, and these are almost like a tail end of the system after you set it up. As I mentioned, I don't have those pieces yet. I will get them and I will share them with you hopefully next week when they arrive. But until then, let me add some of these to this planner and see how they work out. And Franklin Covey have their own folders, as you can imagine, to hold their inserts, but I already have this one, so I'm gonna use it. And I really love this cover. It's so soft and squishy, so I don't see myself getting a different cover just to fit these things. And I already have inserts of this width, so I know that will work. So let's see. So thinking what I'm gonna do is the monthlies that I have now, I'm gonna take them out and I'm gonna put monthlies that are here. Alright, so let's crack it open. Our March is almost over, so I don't even need to keep March in here, but since we still have a couple days to go, I will. So I'm gonna set this aside. I'm gonna transfer the birthdays and stuff to this once I set them up. And let me see what else I have here. Okay, so these are my note pages. I'll put them over here for now. I've seen the notes pages being used differently. Some keep them all the way in the back of their planner, some keep them in the front. As I use this more and I'll see how it works out for me, I will move them around the way they work the best. Let me take this out of here for now. I have, by the way, I have this cute addition here. So post office in my area, I don't know if they do it in yours, every season, so 4 times a year, they just randomly send these cute cards. And they are long cards. They have like your address on the back, but because they're so long, they don't fit in here. So what I did is I cut it and I just pasted the card over itself. And so this one was for spring. How pretty is this? With these cherry blossoms. I also have one with like beautiful beaches, like this blue water for summer. I had beautiful winter landscape as well. I need to find that one. So I figured every time I get these, I will hole punch them and I will add them here. I think they're so beautiful. Alright, so this is weekly schedule starts. So let me get all the monthlies over here, including December, and there we go. And put them here. Alright, so these are monthlies, and then this is January, which obviously already passed. And I know I totally got this like way too late in the year. First quarter of the month is already gone, so basically quarter of this calendar that I paid for is completely useless, which is sad, but I can always redate these as well and use them as a dailies. Like the date is just on a corner and everything else is very small, so I can always use them for dailies later on. And unfortunately, even though the calendar is basically way after the year already started, Franklin Covey didn't offer any discounts. I would kind of expect them to, but they didn't. Also, I forgot to mention, I got these from Franklin Covey website directly. There are some of their products that are Amazon. Most of them that are on Amazon are in classic size. And when you order from Amazon, they'll still get shipped from Franklin Covey website. So it's up to you where you want to order them from. It did take a little bit of time for me to get them. Not as fast as Amazon. I know we're all used to the 3-day, 1-day kind of shipping. So be prepared if you do decide to order these. It will take a little bit of time. I want to say it took me a week and a half. I can check, but basically definitely not in days. It was longer than that. Alright, so then I have my monthlies here, then I have the weekly section, and then the daily one is here. So these are my weeklies that I got from various shops. And then this is where the daily plans were. I know they're super cute, and I know I'm like got 3 different things of the same thing. But I really wanted to try this Franklin Covey system, and the reason I decided to get it is really a lot of planning I've been doing in the past couple of years. A lot of it was functional, but a lot of it was very artsy and artistic and creative. But I honestly feel that in my life right now, I need the planning that's like very straight to the point and dry in some ways. I know it sounds really sad, but I want very systematic. That's what I'm trying to say. Maybe not dry, but very systematic type of planning. And that's what Franklin Covey offers. I need to get in a place where I can get down with a system and follow it really closely, so then I can get some things done. And that's what I want to try out with this system. So let me put the month of April in here. So I know you're supposed to keep previous month, current, and future, but because I just got it, I didn't use March in this system, so I don't see any reason for me to keep March in here, since it's basically just going to be a bunch of empty pages. And because this planner is already chunky, I will put just April for now. I'm not going to put May in here because I think it's just going to be overkill as far as number of pages. So I'm going to put just April in here and keep May separate, and then we'll see how that works out. If I feel like I can add another month, I will. Okay, so this is April stack. So again, to repeat, it has beginning of the month, it has index, and then the days begin, and then in the end of the month you have the business expenses sheet, and then notes. There we go. So let's put them in here. Actually, let me put them here so I can put the daily ruler. So I have this daily ruler. I got this one. This is a Moterm brand, and I keep it inside of my weeklies, basically in the weekly spread that I'm using at the moment, and it's been working out pretty well. So this is my weekly for this week. So I can either keep on keeping it here, or I can put it in my dailies, the ones that I just got. So Franklin Covey, actually, they have like a daily finder, I think they call it. It's a ruler, it's pretty wide, so you can like easily swipe it and find your day. I think this one works just as well. I don't want to have two rulers because I think it's going to be confusing. So I will see if I'm going to use this today ruler in weeklies or in actual dailies, you know, for the day that I'm in. We'll see. And then also, before I move on, I have inserts here for April as well in the end of all of these guys. So let me remove it, so then I have some room. And maybe that will allow me to put Franklin Covey April in here as well. Hold on, let me find the holes. Alright, so this is my April. This April did have weeklies in it, so what I will do is I will take weeklies out and put them together with other weeklies to keep my weeks together. So these are just notes I had, and these are different weeklies from different makers. So I'm gonna add that and keep the inserts separately. Definitely going to be an interesting experiment, all I have to say. And I will see how the whole having monthly separate from daily will work out for me. On one hand, I think logically it's cool when you go into your January, and then after this you have your dailies that are related to it, right? So you can logically separate your month, versus right now my dailies are here, right? So I have to go to them and then find, okay, yeah, I'm in April, blah, 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 versus, you know, the ones that are following the monthlies directly. Also, I just realized I have January through December here, and I only really need April and on, but I think I'm gonna keep these so I can write all like birthdays and stuff in them, so that I can keep them as an index for next year of where my major like happenings are at. And then I kept this one here and this calendar here. I think I will decorate this, we'll see. But otherwise, this is how it fits. As you can see, they fit just fine. And now the ultimate is, let's close this planner and see how it all fits with all of these inserts that I just added. As you can see, closes no problem, and it just got a bit chunkier, but it's not like totally unbearable. It's a nice fit, and I feel like I can definitely add another month worth of dailies in here and they'll do just fine. But since I'm just beginning to use this system, let me keep just 1 month, see how it works out, and I will let you guys know I'm using this and how it works for me, and if I'm finding value in it. I'm gonna put links to everything you see in the description down below so you can check out stuff for yourself. And thank you for being here with me as I open this new to me system. And if you like this kind of videos, please like, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. And until then, you take care.